I'm not seeing it live in Facebook yet.
Having trouble streaming to your destination. It's possible streaming was ended or deleted on the destination. Shit. All right. I think it's set up, but we'll see. Hold on. All right, I think everything is ready.
We are live on YouTube.
Oh, we are?
On YouTube, we are, yes.
Got it. Let's see. Okay.
Let me refresh here for...
All right, let's go. I'm going to go live and see if we're going to be live on Facebook.
You got it, bud.
How are we doing?
Let me refresh because it's not. I'm not seeing it live as of now.
I see it. Yeah, we're live.
Awesome. Fantastic.
I think. Okay, cool. You see it? All right, I think we're live.
Yep, we are.
Sorry, guys. We are tech not savvy. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump in. So happy Thursday, everybody. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. I am super excited about today. It's a little bittersweet, though, because today we're here to say rest in peace to Facebook groups, okay? So I have spent over 2 years using my Facebook group to grow my business, and Facebook groups have been really, really good to me. My Facebook group worked for a long time, but over time, it became less and less effective, okay? And today, I'm going to explain several reasons why I believe that happened. I'm also going to show you some data from my own group and several other signals that I saw from other things that I was just seeing on the platform to help me validate that idea and that feeling. And I'm going to walk you through the whole story of why I think Facebook groups are dying and what led to my decision to actually move my entire business, which was not an easy decision, from Facebook groups to this new model that I'm going to be sharing with you today. But I'm also going to assure you that it's okay. You know, things evolve. As marketers, we've got to learn to adapt and we've got to be able to pivot. And I'm actually glad this happened with Facebook groups because today I'm going to show you this new model that's working even better than Facebook groups. You can think of it as Facebook groups on steroids. And so I'm going to show you how to launch your own model, your own version of this, and go from 0 to 10K per month in as little as 90 days. Okay. So over the past 2 months, we've really started to dial in this model. And since then, we've had back-to-back record months. And then August is on track to even be a better month. So as far as booking calls are concerned. So we've launched also 2 brand new offers. We've generated 52 new paid members in our paid community. And so we're starting to build some MRR. We've also gotten 4 new clients for our high ticket offer. And so now we've kind of got this model dialed in and we're ready to scale it. And so I'm super excited to share this model with you and show you how you can use it to grow your business. So first things first, I'm here. If you're here with us live, could you do me a favor right now and type in the word live below? I think, so we are live, right, Jeff? I don't see anybody joining us so far. So do me a favor and type in live into the chat and let me know that you're here with us live. And I know a lot of people were saying that they wanted to show up live, so hopefully you can make it. If that's you, drop live in the chat. And if you couldn't make it here live and you're watching the replay, could you just type replay? I know a lot of people wanted to make the training, but they couldn't make it work out. And so they wanted to watch the replay. So that'll help me to know who actually ended up making it and if you got to see this. So drop a replay in the chat if you're watching this replay, okay? So I'm really excited about today. My goal for this training is to share this new group model with you, okay? So, and to show you why it's working better than the old Facebook group model. And that's saying a lot because my Facebook group worked pretty damn good. It helped me generate over $775,000 over the past 2.5 years. But I'm going to show you a model that's working better and why it works better. I'm also going to show you all the steps that you can do to set this up for yourself. And just for the sake of full transparency, at the end, I've got something very special that I put together for you guys that want to help, might want some help actually implementing this and getting this set up and scaling it. So I want to help you simplify this whole marketing thing and give you something that really works really, really well, that you can focus on and stop getting all these distractions, stop, chasing shiny balls all over the place and just focus on one model that's going to help you to grow your business because it works. And not just for me, this is working for countless other people right now to grow their businesses. A lot of people are killing it with this model. So I truly believe that this is the best model right now for making money online, and I'll explain why. I know the struggle, but believe me, I know the struggle and stress of not having a repeatable way to bring in clients and really worrying about where your next client's going to come from because you don't have something that's consistent, that's repeatable, that can bring in clients each week. So I also know the relief and how good it feels to actually have something that just brings in new opportunities every single day for you to sell your high ticket services or paid memberships or whatever you want to sell on the back end. I know how good it feels to have a repeatable system. So I want to give that to you. I believe that this model can do it for you. And so I finally want to give you a proven system that's repeatable to help you consistently get clients each and every week, every single month. And once you have this system in place, it's going to change your whole world. And I want that for you. And my ultimate mission is to help you guys, including myself, build multiple 6-figure, even 7-figure businesses, lifestyle businesses that you absolutely love waking up to every day and that you can feel passionate about. So if that's you and you're ready to go and that sounds good, let me know in the chat that you're ready to go. Type in ready. We got any readies? I'm going to take a little sip before we jump in, Jeff. Anybody excited?
Yeah, we definitely have some people that are ready.
All right. Well, let's jump in then. So who is this? First off, who is this for? So this training is specifically for online coaches and online experts that either have a community or that's on Facebook or really any platform really. And you've been considering starting a community, but you just haven't gotten it set up yet. Or if you're not really sure whether you want a community or not, and you're just looking for a proven way to bring in new clients. So this training is for you because that's exactly what we're going to teach you today. We're going to show you how to set up, how to use the new group model that's going to give you a repeatable system for bringing in new clients each month. So now, if you're somebody that has zero interest in creating a community at all, regardless of the platform, and no matter what I say, you're not going to create a community, I'm happy for you guys to stick around and kind of watch what we're doing, but this is probably going to be irrelevant for you if you have no desire to start a community at all, because that's what we're going to be talking about. So this is for only people that are interested in or open to starting a community to grow their business, because that is what I believe is the best model for your business to grow your business online today. So, but if you're interested in that, then stick around because we're going to have a pretty awesome training for you. All right, so here's what we're going to cover today. So first off, I'm going to share with you the single funnel that has helped me generate over $775,000 over the past 2.5 years. And I'm going to show you the crazy change that I made in 2024 that's skyrocketing my current results. So I'm also going to give you the one key ingredient that you must have in order for this funnel to actually work for you, and why that ingredient is so important. I'm going to show you my simple 2-traffic channel system that's going to help you to fill this funnel and fill your calendar with easy to close sales calls every single week. And then finally, I'm going to share with you this little bonus tactic, this weird little hack that I figured out that helped us book 58 calls in July. And so that's actually a record month for us. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And if you stick around the end, I've got a cool bonus for you guys. And I might be a little biased about this, but this is a pretty badass gift. And you guys are going to be the first people outside of my team to ever see this ever. And so this is a little pet project that we're starting, and I'm super excited about it. And it's mystery though. You got to stick around to the end if you want to see it. And I'm only going to give it to the people that stick around on this live call. Okay. So if you want that, I promise it's worth it. Stick around to the end and I'll give that to you. All right. So let's jump on in and let's talk about the one funnel that I've used to generate over $775,000 over the past 2 years. And this is the group funnel. Okay. So when I was prepping for this training, I went around and I found some of my old Facebook groups. And the first Facebook group that I ever started was in 2019. It's crazy to me that that's now 5 years ago. Time is flying past. And at that time, I had a marketing agency and we were serving yoga studios. And so I'll be honest, when I first started my Facebook, I started my first Facebook group, I was a spammer. To get yoga clients, I was that guy in the DMs sending those cold pitches, the guy that annoys the shit out of me these days. I was that guy. So I've done it. I'm guilty. And so back then, though, DM outreach was kind of a newer thing. So it worked pretty well. And I did feel kind of dirty doing it. And it also annoyed a lot of people. And in the back of my mind, I knew I needed something different, or I wanted to have something different to get clients that was more aligned with how I felt I wanted to do things. But it was working. So I was booking calls, I was closing clients, and it's kind of hard to stop doing something if it's actually working, right? And so it can be scary to turn off your only way to get leads. So even though my intuition in the back of my mind was telling me that I might need to change things, I was too scared to actually do anything about it. And so I just kept doing it, kept doing the DM outreach. But there's a lot of problems with this type of approach. And so one of the biggest problems is there's a lot of no-shows when you're doing cold outreach. So when people do actually show up, they're kind of have their guard up and they're kind of hard to close. And so why? Because they're jumping on a phone call with completely cold. They don't know, with a complete stranger. They had no clue who I was. I was just this guy who reached out to them with the DM, made some big promises, and now they're getting on a call with a complete stranger. So like I said, it was kind of working. And after a few months, it kind of started to drop off. And I'm going to share my screen now and show you why this happens. So this is a graphic that kind of explains why tactics stopped working. So around 2018, 2019, there was a big trend where a lot of coaches out there were teaching how to start your own SMMA agency, so your social media marketing agency. And then most of these programs were teaching the same old DM tactics, okay? So they were all using the exact same scripts. And this graph here kind of shows, explains what happens as new tactics are first discovered over here on the left-hand side. Then the tactic is kind of optimized and people get really good at it, get great results. And so they start teaching it, right? And then that's when the masses start coming in and start using that same tactic. And more people start using it and it becomes oversaturated. And then more and more of your prospects kind of see it and then they become kind of blind to it. And it stops working until finally it goes into this kind of death spiral and the tactic stops working. And so that's what was happening with cold DM outreach. The results started to drop off. A lot of people were coming into and starting their SMMA agencies. And I'll be honest, I started to panic a little bit because that's the only way that I knew to get clients. And I should have listened, like I said, I should have listened to my intuition a lot earlier, but I didn't. I hadn't started building an audience or a personal brand yet. And now I know that how important building an audience and building your personal brand is. It's literally the most important thing you can do in business. And so if you build an audience, you're never going to go poor. You can always leverage that audience to sell them things. Okay. But I hadn't done that yet. And I started scrambling around trying to figure out how I was going to start getting clients because, spamming people was really the only way I knew how to do it. And so I had seen a bunch of other agencies using Facebook groups to get clients. And I thought it made a lot of sense. It aligned more with how I wanted to do my business. And I wanted to start building a personal brand. And so I thought that would help people to trust me more. It would help me build my authority, and it would be easier to get people on a call and actually close them because now I've built a little bit of rapport and trust with those people.
Ron, we're not able to see the screen on Facebook, so it's not sharing the screen on the Facebook.
Okay, let me try that. How about now?
There's a little bit of a delay here, so I'm just waiting for it to catch up.
What are you seeing? Just blank screen?
I'm just seeing you, basically.
Still?
Only seeing you. On YouTube, we do see the shared screen, but on Facebook, we're only seeing you.
Not sure.
Yeah.
What is about now?
Nope, I'm only again seeing you. So, do you think it might be because we were both on camera?
I don't know. Let me try this again. About now?
It's a little bit of delay here, so let me try to catch up here. Looks like it's like still only you. Facebook is working great. We're seeing the screen on Facebook. I'm sorry, on YouTube. Facebook is not sharing the screen.
Well, damn.
Would you like me to potentially drop off the live stream? So maybe that's the hiccup.
You can try it. I don't know if that's going to fix it or not, but let's see. Oh, shit. Tell you what, guys, I am going to try to come back in. Give me 5 minutes and come back in. There's a little tech issue and I'm not sure exactly how to fix it because I'm using StreamYard. All right. So I'll be right back. Just stick around in the YouTube or the Facebook group. Or actually, you know what? Let's just send them the link to YouTube. I don't want to stop the screen. Let's send them the link to YouTube. And we might have to redo this next week or something, but we'll send you the link to YouTube. Thanks, Jeff. All right. Not sure what's going on, why I won't share my screen, but we'll keep going. All right. Let me see here. And otherwise, you can just follow along, maybe. Hopefully, you guys can watch it on YouTube. But anyway, so let me go to, okay, so back to my Facebook group. So this brings out a lot of memories. Back to what I was talking about. I had no clue what I was doing when I first started my first Facebook group. But basically, instead of cold pitching people in the DMs, I would give them value up front by offering them this little lead magnet. And they would access the lead magnet inside of the group. So I actually went back and found my old lead magnet and check it out. It's the ultimate Facebook ad swipe file for yoga studios. And see, it's definitely nothing fancy. It was a Google Doc, simple Google Doc, nothing fancy. And I was actually surprised to actually see the results. But by adding this simple extra step into my sales process, which seems kind of counterintuitive, by inviting them into my group first and giving them value up front, I actually was booking a lot more calls than before. And so these calls were easier because I had built up so much trust and authority. And I later on, this is my my free group, and then later on I added a paid community, and for clients a month or so after I'd started my free Facebook group. And so inside of the paid community, I gave them support and taught them the strategies that I was helping them, doing for them. And so this system was working really, really well. You can see the free group here is pretty small. It's only 156 members. But you can see that the actual paid group had 25 members. And all of those people were paying me over $1,000 a month in that group. And so that's a 16% conversion rate. So that's not too bad. And so I was starting to work really, really well. And then all of a sudden, we all know what happened. COVID-19. So COVID hit, and a lot of my clients lost their businesses. They collapsed, and so did my agency. And so I ended up having to get a PPP loan, and I filed for unemployment, and I was collecting unemployment for like 3 months. And so I was back at zero again, and I had to completely start over from scratch. I had no clue what I was going to do, and I had no offer. I had no audience except for my yoga studio audiences that I had kind of built up. And then, so believe me, I know what it feels like to start from scratch and start a business over from zero. I've done it multiple times. So I know how that feels. But that's why it's so important to constantly be learning and developing new skills. It's so important to do that. Please do that. Luckily, I had developed a lot of skills running my agency. I've gotten really good at Go High Level, if you're familiar with that tool. I created a lot of systems for hiring, training, and managing virtual assistants. So I'd gotten pretty good at that. And so these skills that I had acquired over that time gave me the opportunity to work with some pretty successful people. So the first person I worked with was a guy named Chris Weiser. He's the owner of Seven Figure MSP, which is probably one of the most successful coaching programs in the MSP space. I also got to work with Sean Malone and Chris Baden, who started FlowChat, which is a DM outreach software. I ended up creating a partnership with them because I had gotten so good at the VA stuff, and we provided VAs for their clients, which became a very lucrative business for me. From that relationship with Chris and Sean and FlowChat, we started working with Russell Brunson's right-hand man, Steve Larson, if you know who that is. And we supplied him virtual assistants to help him do his DM outreach. And from that, we also got to work with his wife, Marley Jacks, and she did a nice little testimonial video for us. So that was awesome. And so if I had not developed those skills, I would have never been able to work with these amazing people. And while I was working with these people, I started to notice a trend in the way that they were actually marketing their business. They all were using Facebook groups to grow their business, to get clients. And so, you know how when you start thinking about something, you start seeing it everywhere? Well, that started to happen to me. And not only were the people that I was working with using the communities to grow, using Facebook communities to grow their business, but pretty much all the mentors that I had invested in or were investing in, even the big name gurus out there that were pitching other methods. Let me go back. So Rob Bailey, Dan Henry, Aaron Fletcher, Rudy Moore, Cole Gordon, they were all using Facebook groups to grow their business. Okay. Even though they were using other strategies, they had Facebook groups to help them grow their business. So from my past experience with groups, and I was seeing all these successful coaches using the Facebook group method, I was convinced I got to build my community, and that's the way to go. So I launched my own Facebook group. And now at that time, I didn't really fully know it was going to be what it was going to be at the time. It's been through a lot of iterations over the years. I think at first it was called Agency Automation Academy or something like that. Then it was High Ticket with High Level. If any of you been in the group for a while, then it was something else, and then it was something else. So just to say that you're not going to get it perfect out of the gate, and people worry about this so much, and it paralyzes them from doing anything. And honestly, perfection is killing your ability to make money. I promise you. You got to take action, and that's how you figure stuff out. You just iterate. And so because I just went for it and launched my community, even though I didn't have everything figured out right out of the gate, I've been able to grow that to over 4,200 members. And it's helped me to generate over $775,000 over the past few years. So just do it. And here's the exact Facebook group funnel that I use to get 4,200 members and generate $775,000. So it starts with the optimized Facebook profile. I set my profile to funnel people to join my group. And then I would publish content on my personal profile. Sorry, let me go back. And then I would publish content on my personal profile, or you can run ads on a business page to drive people into the group. Once they joined the group, then I would use different strategies to book sales calls with new members as they came in. So the first method that we would use would be the membership questions. Hey, Jeff, can you keep popping that YouTube link in there every once in a while just to make sure that people filter over?
Absolutely.
Cool. And so the first method is the membership question. So one of my questions would specifically ask if they want to book a call with us to see how the system works. So typically about 10% of the people that join will say yes to booking a call. So we would reach out to those people, DM them, and then book calls with the people that said yes. Now, if they said no, we would then move on to the next opportunity to book a call, which is to get them engaging on a welcome post. So I would embed a really attractive lead magnet in our welcome posts. And then we would tag members on that new welcome post and get them to comment on that post if they were interested in receiving the lead magnet. So that by raising their hands and telling us it's okay for us to reach out in the DMs, we can actually start those warmer conversations and then try to convert that conversation into a booked call. Now, the third opportunity to generate appointments is through the content system that I'm going to be showing you a little bit later in the training. And that's basically how the traditional Facebook group funnel works. And so if you're running a Facebook group, that's probably something similar to how you're running it. So that's what I was doing the past 2 years to grow my business, and it worked really well. And so but over the years, or over the months and years, I started to notice something probably a little bit over a year ago that started to alarm me a little bit. I bet a lot of you kind of noticed this too. I started seeing some of the big players in the industry that had very established Facebook groups. They seemed to be doing well. I started to see them all moving their audience from big Facebook groups that they had over to a platform called Skool. And it seemed like everybody was moving there, which I thought was kind of weird. So the first person I saw was Cole Gordon, because I was in his program at the time. And so I saw him move his stuff over. Then I saw Rob Bailey move. I think he had a 12,000 person Facebook group. He moved his over to Skool. Aaron Fletcher moved his group. Dan Henry moved his group. Billy Jean moved his group. Doug Boughton, who's always been a huge Facebook group guy, moved his group to Skool. Even old Uncle Frank moved his Skool community. So I was thinking to myself, what the hell is going on? Why are all these guys moving over to Skool? I must be missing something. So I remember thinking, these guys all base decisions off of data. So they're not going to do anything that data is not telling them. So something's got to be going on here. So I remember earlier, I kind of talked about listening to your intuition. Well, this time I was not going to wait until it was too late to make a decision and do something else. So I made a conscious decision once I started seeing all these people move over that I wanted to keep a close eye on what was going on with Facebook groups. And I didn't want to start to have to scramble to figure things out after Facebook groups completely died. So around that same time, I started seeing the guys from Skool, seeing all these guys moving over to Skool. I think it was around New Year's of 2023. It was like he could read my mind. Sam Ovens launched a pretty sweet offer, and you could get Skool for a year and plus some different courses that I was interested in. And I was already looking for a place to put all my course material, because I was thinking about doing a new launch. So like all these other, I was like, all these other guys are moving to Skool. It's a good deal. This is a good opportunity to kind of just dip my toe in and then give it a shot. So I grabbed the offer, and then I launched my community, my Skool community, called Group Profits Accelerator. Okay. So if you're in my Skool community now, you know it's a totally different name. It's okay to iterate. Now, at that time, I had no plans to do much with Skool outside of just holding my courses there. And honestly, I wasn't even 100% sure I was even going to keep Skool after the year was up. So I did set up a little automation that would invite people to my Skool community after they joined my Facebook group. Because I figured people might get FOMO once they see all the cool courses that were in the classroom area. But Facebook was still my main focus. And so my Facebook group. And really the idea of moving my entire strategy, changing my entire strategy after 2 years of building it, that scared the crap out of me. I didn't even want to think about that. Okay. But after a while, I started seeing some glaring flaws with the Facebook group strategy. So the first issue was I started to see an increase in spam requests in joining the group. And I hear the same thing from other people. So getting a ton of fake profiles trying to join the group, and other people that were obviously virtual assistants. And it's not just spammers that are joining this group. There's also legitimate marketers who are joining these groups to find their prospects, and they don't really have any intention of spamming people, but it's a great way to identify and connect with the people that are your perfect target audience, because the names of the group tell you who's in the group. But over time, if you remember this graphic we showed you earlier, so many people are fishing in these groups, both spammers and legitimate marketers, that because of this, pretty much, and everybody knows about this tactic now. So you're starting to see more and more spammers and marketers in these groups than actual prospects. And so, no, I know this is not true about all groups out there, so don't send me a bunch of hate mail. But the point is, there doesn't seem to be as many quality people joining groups as there used to be. So I believe that the reason this is because the Facebook group strategy is approaching this fatigue point on the graph. And so that makes total sense, right? All marketing strategies really go through this cycle eventually if they work well. So that's the first issue that I'm seeing, is kind of spam and just, oversaturation, more of a ratio of marketers and things of that nature than actual prospects. Number two is there's so much noise on the Facebook platform. So the feeds are filled with posts from your profiles, your friends, and people you're connected to, people you're following. They're also filled with ads that you're being targeted by. Facebook recently started suggesting random business pages. Some of these pages are so weird, I don't even know what they come up with suggesting them to me. So there's a lot of content competing for people's attention in the feed. And so let me ask you this question. I have another question for you, and I'm genuinely interested in this. And I don't know if you guys can comment since it's not working on Facebook necessarily, but who here cleans out their notifications every day? I'm actually really, really curious about this. So type clean in the comments if you clean out your notifications every day. If not, just say not clean. I'm really curious if you guys actually do this. I do this every day as part of my business, but I didn't start really doing it till like last year or something. So type clean if you clean out your notifications every day. Type not clean if you don't do that. And I don't really think most people do this. So if you think about it, they're probably missing 90% of their notifications because they're just so filled up. So they're filled up with group of events that they say they're going to. They're they're filled up with posts that they're being at everyone tagged on. They're filled up with friend requests. They're filled up with people liking and commenting on their posts, plus the comments that they've made that people are also commenting on. So from what I hear, Facebook is also about to launch ads and notifications. So it's just out of control unless you're very intentional about cleaning that out every day, which my guess is most people are not doing that. It's like that old spam account that you have that has thousands and thousands of little red notifications in there. It just gets overwhelming after time. So also group posts just in general are getting less and less reach in general. And I'll show you some data to kind of back that up. And I hear that across the board. I'm not like, this is a lot of people talking about this right now. So, and the @everyone tag is absolutely useless. I don't even know if it does anything, to be honest with you. So maybe I would say when we post inside of our group, we reach maybe 10 on a really good post. Maybe 20% of my audience is actually seeing that post. And so that's not good. And so here's a screenshot of my Facebook group comments all the way back from August 2nd of last year, which is as far back as I can kind of go. And you can see a clear downward trend in the results here. Also, I did a live stream training last week with the guy who I believe, honestly, is probably the GOAT of Facebook marketing, Dave Smith. And during that training, he shared a screenshot here showing a similar decline in one of his groups. So regardless of whether we like it or not, we're basically a slave to Facebook's algorithm. And I think we can all agree on that. There's really no disputing that. They could do anything and shut you down. So if that's the case, wouldn't it make sense to kind of move your audience off of Facebook? And that kind of is a good segue to my next point. It's actually pretty risky to put all your eggs in one Facebook group basket. So the truth is, you don't own your audience on Facebook. You're really just simply borrowing it. And so we're seeing all the effects of this right now. So Facebook is coming out with more and more restrictions. They're blocking your accounts for 24 hours, things of that nature. And a lot of times, some of these restrictions are totally unwarranted. Check this out. So this is my profile, and I've had this apparent issue right here affecting the growth of my profile for almost a year now. It won't go away. I reached out to Facebook. They won't tell me what's wrong with it. And if I click on review content, it doesn't take me anywhere. There's nothing here. It just keeps telling me, taking me in circles and telling me my profile's at risk. So we're a slave to the algorithm. And I personally do not want to build my business on somebody else's algorithm. So what if one day they just decide they don't care about Facebook groups anymore? What happens to your business then? Okay. So remember one of those coaches I mentioned earlier, Chris Weiser, he was bringing in like 5 million in revenue a year. And that's like $420,000 a month. So at one point his profile got hacked and his account got shut down for over a month. And that's a potential loss of $400K. So luckily he had other admins in the group and he was eventually able to get that back. But that's a perfect example. Also, anybody know this lady? This is Molly Mahoney, and she's a big influencer, social media influencer. And you can see from this post right here that she actually got her account shut down for a few days. Now, again, luckily she was able to get it back, but what if she couldn't? That's a huge part of her business. So this is not conspiracy theory. This is not worst case scenario. This is stuff that's actually happening. And these are just a couple of the big ones, the more famous people that I know. I actually have a client that hasn't been able to log into his account for over 2 months, and he can't get in touch with anybody. And so that's a long-winded, I know it's a long story, but it's basically we don't own Facebook and we can't do anything about it if they shut us down. So, okay. So all these little clues were kind of adding up little by little. And I had that voice in the back of my head saying, it might be time for a change. But again, I was scared. This is my whole business. I had been doing this for 2 years. And then a couple of things happened around that same time, which was just felt kind of serendipitous. So on January 9th of, I guess it was 2023, I think, I made this post that our Skool community was about to hit 1,000 members. I really hadn't done much to grow it, but it just grew to 1,000 members. And I decided I was going to use this milestone to do a big launch. And then check this out. This is crazy. I'm assuming most of you guys know this guy. This is Alex Hormozi, if you've been under a rock for the past however long. He has a huge portfolio of businesses, over $200 million per year. And literally the next day after I made this announcement in Skool, he announced that he made the biggest investment of his life into the Skool platform. So everything, the whole universe was telling me, whether it's God, you believe in God, or the universe was telling me, you gotta make this move. But again, fear was holding me back, but I proved to myself I could grow it. We were almost at 1,000 members without even trying it. And then Hormozi making this announcement, something just flipped inside of me. So I started to believe that I could actually do it. And it felt like everything was just kind of telling me I should. So listening to that intuition, remember? And that was kind of the turning point. I decided to go all in on Skool and leave my Facebook group behind. And so I still use my Facebook group. I'm not going to lie. It's a great asset. I've got 4,200 people in there. Why would I just shut it down? That would be stupid. But I use it for traffic. It's not my focus. And if I was starting today, I would definitely not start a Facebook group. So I drive all my traffic to Skool. That's my focus now. And once I made that change, there definitely was some growing pains. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was perfect. I struggled for several months because, I made that move from Skool, and everything I had taught before was around Facebook groups. And I didn't feel right teaching Facebook groups if I wasn't using that method anymore. So my revenue dropped for a few months, and I tried a few things that didn't work. But over the past several months, I would say 2-3 months, we've iterated and optimized our systems, and we've gotten some solid offers now. And over the past few months, we got things really cranking. So June was a higher end of average as far as like booking calls. but we made some optimizations about the middle of June. And I'll show you what we did later. But after we made that change, July was a record month. We had 58 calls booked. And that may or may not be a lot to you guys out there. It's a lot for me because we're not running ads. And as of August 6th, I took this screenshot. We've booked 18 calls in August. And at that rate, if we stick with that target, we're going to hit 93 calls this month, which is insane to me. So we just launched a new high ticket offer also. And that's kind of a done for you community setup offer and growing your community. And then we brought in 4 of those. We've grown our paid community to now 52 members in a month and a half. So we're growing our MRR, our monthly recurring revenue. And now we're just ready to scale this thing. So, because we've got the funnel kind of dialed in. And this is just one final thing of this story that I want to share with you that kind of affirmed that I had made the right decision in moving to Skool. So a couple of weeks ago, I get this text on my phone and I look down and it's a text from clients and community. If you guys know these guys. And so nothing unusual there. They send me texts all the time, but this time I actually opened it up because I usually just ignore them. So I started scanning through this thing and this blew my mind. I had to take a double take. So after 4.5 years, clients and community who are by far the leaders in the Facebook group space announced that they are retiring from coaching. So I was like, all right, I'm seeing this. Sure. I've seen this tactic before. I'm retiring. And then they just, switched the messaging a little bit, but it's confirmed. They are actually retiring their coaching program. They're moving to software, which is a monthly recurring revenue model. Now, I don't know for sure, I might be wrong about this. Maybe the software is going to be way more profitable than the coaching program, but their coaching program was pretty profitable. Or maybe, just maybe, they're feeling the pinch of the Facebook groups too. Or maybe they're just feeling the ability to sell high ticket from Facebook groups and they feel like they need to pivot to a monthly recurring model. So it could be a lot of things. I don't know for sure. I'm not starting any conspiracies here. But what do you guys think? I would love to hear your opinion. Type decline in the chat if you felt the decline of Facebook groups. I'm guessing if you're on here, you probably have. Or if you're on the other side of the fence and you think that Facebook groups are just getting better, type winning in the chat. So decline if you think Facebook groups have been, declining. Type winning in the chat if you feel like they're on their way up. They're really taking off right now. All right. So this is what you all been waiting for. So I showed you the Facebook group funnel. I showed you all the events and the data that I was seeing that led me to the decision of this new model. Are y'all ready to actually see the model yet? Type ready in the chat. I'm going to take a sip. I've been talking way too much. All right, type ready if y'all ready to see it. Okay. All right, we got a lot of declinings, it looks like. All right. So here is how the new model works. All right, first you drive traffic to your community by promoting. In the community, everybody gets caught up on the platform. I like Skool. I also like High Level. Circle is pretty cool tool too. I don't really care about the platform. It's more the idea that we're getting off of Facebook and getting to and owning our audience instead of borrowing it. And each of those platforms are great. They've got their own pros and cons. We like Skool, simple. I also like High Level because it keeps everything all in ones. But here's how it works. So first of all, you're going to drive traffic, however you drive traffic, into your community by promoting a lead magnet. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. And you can drive traffic any way you want, whether it's paid ads, cold outreach, content, whatever works for you. And we'll show you our traffic system in just a little bit. But once they join the community, they answer our membership questions, much like they do with the Facebook group. We capture their email, we capture their phone number, and we send that into our CRM. And once they're actually in our community, then we're using multiple different methods to invite these people to book a discovery call with us. And I'm going to show you our exact onboarding process a little bit later that's helping us book so many calls. Now, once they're in our community, again, we're using different methods to invite them to that discovery call. We're emailing and texting them, okay, using our CRM. We're using Skool's built-in DM feature. There's actually an automated DM that goes out. We've got links in our built into our lessons of our courses that invite them into the group. We also drop links to book a call into our community posts. And once we get them on a call, we decide if they have a problem that we can help them solve. And we also decide which of our offers is going to be the best fit based on their current situation. If they're a good fit for a high ticket offer, then we're going to book a strategy call. And then that's where we try to sell them on our high ticket strategy if it's a good fit. If they're not a good fit for a high ticket, then we can downsell them to our paid community and we can start to build that monthly recurring revenue. So this model gives you a way to make money both from your high ticket offer and helps you build monthly recurring revenue, which is a pretty sweet model. Having that monthly recurring revenue that kind of pays your bills and you can grow that pretty damn big too is a pretty good model. So the cool thing about this is that you can still run other types of marketing campaigns if they're working for you. You can still run webinars. You can still run video sales letters. You can still run challenges. And by stacking these campaigns with community, they become even more effective because with communities, you've got a place to keep them engaged. You've got a place to build authority, know, like, and trust. You can bring them together with other individuals that are working towards the same goal, the same identity. And that's really, really powerful. So now all of your marketing efforts have one core mission to drive people into the community, which we'll talk about in a second. And I'll show you our onboarding system that's helping us book so many calls. So let's just say that you're starting to see that there's some definite downside to having Facebook groups, and you're seeing some benefit to building a community off of Facebook group. And now you're kind of seeing how this new model might work for your business. And it can give you multiple income streams, but you're probably thinking, I bet I can read your mind. You're probably thinking, this all sounds great, but who here knows this movie, or is this just like making me show how damn old I am? Anybody know? So if you don't know, this is a good movie. This is Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. And the whole premise behind this movie is he keeps hearing this voice saying, if you build it, he will come. And so he keeps hearing the voice. So he ends up building this diamond, this baseball diamond in his cornfield. And all these ghosts of all these famous baseball players start showing up. And ultimately, he meets his childhood hero, which is Shoeless Joe Jackson. It's a great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But anyway, a lot of you are probably scared to build your community, or worried that if you build your community off of Facebook, will they actually come? Will your audience actually come if you build your audience, your group off of Facebook? And that's a valid question. I had the same concern. I completely understand why you would think that. But the answer is absolutely yes, if you have the right ingredient. Okay. So let's talk about what's the number one ingredient that you need to drive people off of Facebook to grow your online community. So the one ingredient that you need to get people to actually join your community is a great lead magnet. I love GIFs and or not GIFs, but memes. So this is another great movie. If you've not seen Office Space, again, an old movie, so dating myself. But I've had a ton of great lead magnets over years, and we've promoted these lead magnets in all kinds of different ways to grow our communities. So our Facebook group our Facebook Messenger playbook was awesome. It was generated thousands of leads for us. And we used Facebook two-step posts. We used short form video. This is one of our best reels ever. And also like one of my first, which is kind of crazy. We use multi-channel live streams like I'm doing right now. And this is one that was actually pre-recorded. I actually broadcasted this out while I was on a cruise in Greece, and I made a bunch of sales. So that's pretty cool. Chat GPT prompts have been a major hit. So our prompts for content creation, where we used Facebook two-step posts to promote them. We used multi-channel live streams. Our prompts for offer creation, we used 2 steps, live streams. So you're starting to see a little pattern here. Now, this doesn't look too difficult, does it? It looks pretty simple, right? Anyone can kind of do this. Trust me, this is absolutely not that hard. So tangible resources are really great lead magnets. Things like checklists, SOPs. People love a good checklist, man. I'll tell you what. Scripts and plug and play templates. Obviously, AI prompts are really hot right now. And most likely, you already have lead magnets laying around. You probably have some tools and resources out there that you use with clients to help them get their results. So let me know in the chat. Can you just type lead magnet in the chat if you have tools or resources that you already use with clients and you've got them laying around, you use them all the time. Type lead magnet if you have those kind of laying around. So you probably already have this potential lead magnet that can grow your group right now and grow your community. I'm going to take another sip while y'all type lead magnet. I know one of y'all has some kind of tool or resource that you use with your clients. Anyway, so these types of lead magnets, there we go. There's Chad. All right, so these types of lead magnets are great. They work really well to get people into your community, and we still use them. But I believe the ultimate lead magnet is what I call a transformational masterclass. A transformational masterclass is basically an in-depth, high-value course that focuses on one thing, giving your audience a single transformation. So it's that quick initial win that accomplishes so many things at one time. So let's talk about what a transformation, or let's show you an example of a transformational masterclass based on my community. So the transformational masterclass that we use to promote our free community is our Community Launch Secrets course. So it's the sole focus of this course and really our free community is to help our members launch their own communities and get their first 100 members as fast as possible. And so everything we do inside of that free community is to help them accomplish that goal. So let's talk about why a transformational masterclass is such a powerful lead magnet. So if you offer a transformational masterclass, number one, you're helping your audience get a quick win, and you're starting to help them, giving them that transformation to help them to start believe in themselves, believe that they can actually do this, that they can accomplish this dream after all. And so number two, a transformational masterclass builds your trust and authority, and gets buy-in on the process that you're going to use to help them achieve their goals. So there are three things you have to get people to do or believe in order to buy from you. They have to believe in you, they have to believe in your process, and they have to believe in themselves. And so a transformational masterclass is a perfect tool to help you accomplish all three of those goals. So once they've completed the transformation and they've gotten the quick win, it's naturally going to create demand for the next thing. And that next thing is your next offer. So they've accomplished that first step. Their beliefs have shifted, but that's only part of the picture. They need the rest of your program to achieve the ultimate goal that they're after. And since you're the person that delivered that first transformation, you're probably the person that they're going to take that next step with. And so finally, it simplifies your marketing sales process. With all your content, all your ads, the only thing that you need to promote is that one thing. And all your call to actions are like, hey, if you want my free masterclass that helps you get X result in X time, drop a comment below and I'll click the link in the description. This makes things so much easier. So once you get them in the community, you've got them into this onboarding sequence that's booking calls with people. And I can't tell you how convoluted my marketing used to be. And I had lead magnets all over the place, different funnels, different lead magnets. And I'm telling you, simplifying things like this is an absolute game changer. So what do you guys think about transformational masterclass? Can you see how this could be a huge kind of game changer in your business? Type game changer if you agree that a transformational masterclass is a good idea for a lead magnet. Okay, let me know. I'm keen to hear if you guys think this is an interesting tactic. All right, so now let's talk about traffic. So we've got our funnel, we've got the lead magnet to attract people to us and get them to join the community. Now we got to get in front of as many people as possible, okay? So let's walk through our simple 2-channel traffic system that I use to fill my community with new members and pack my calendar with sales calls every single day. All right, so when we're talking about traffic, we have basically two options. We've got organic and we've got paid traffic. And eventually you should be doing both, but the question is, where should you start? And if you think about it, all paid ads is really just content with money behind it. So wouldn't it be smart to find out what works organically first without spending any money on it? And then once you found some winning posts, you can put some money behind that to get it in front of more people. And that's going to dramatically increase the probability that your ads are going to be successful. Okay. So once you've got something winning organic, it's probably going to work pretty good with paid money behind it. So ads are great. I think you should use them. But we like to start our clients out with our organic methods first to find out where it works. And then once they start generating some revenue, they can reinvest that profit into more high probability ads that works based on what you've done organically. And then you can just scale that growth. So I'm going to show you how we approach organic traffic. So when you first get started with organic traffic, you want to focus on one core strategy. Now, as we've talked about earlier, I'm not a huge cold outreach guy, as we discussed. So I use content to drive traffic. So let's talk about the potential channels that I could create content on to drive traffic. So this is a chart of all the top social media channels by active monthly users. And now everybody on this call that's watching this, you've all got different audiences. And so your decision on which channel that you need to focus on for traffic is going to depend on the channels that give you the best opportunity to get in front of your audience. And then once you figure out that channel, your next step is going to be to go out and find the influencers or the people that are doing really well in your niche on that channel, and then work to reverse engineer what kind of content's working from them, and then just take massive action creating that type of content. That's how you're going to grow your audience, okay? But the problem here is, and there is a problem, content is hard. It's hard to keep coming up with new topics every day. It's hard to stay consistent. It's hard. And even if you do post, is it going to even work? Is it going to get you clients? And you're right. It is hard unless you have a system. So it took me a long time to figure out what worked, but luckily I've been able to find a system that works well for me and of our clients and people that, I've followed, that I've learned a lot of these things from. And I'm using the two most traffic sites on the planet to drive traffic for our community. So the channels that we focus on most are Facebook and YouTube. So if your audience is on those two channels, I'm about to give you the cheat code. So you ready to see it? You guys ready to see it? Drop code into chat if you're ready to see the cheat code for Facebook and YouTube. We got any codes? Nobody wants to see it? All right, I'll show you anyway. So first off, let's start with Facebook. So the exact system that I've used to grow my audience on Facebook, it's helped me to grow my group to over 4,200 people. It's helped me to generate $775,000. Is what I call my 3-post content system. Why do I call it 3 posts? Because it's 3 posts. Okay, so the main goal of these 3 posts is to start as many DM conversations as possible by getting people to comment on my posts. And we're only creating content around topics that we help people with, and that I'm confident that people are going to be actually interested in. So post number 1 in this content system is the event post. So I use Facebook events as a first piece of content to promote our core piece of content, which I'll show you shortly. And you can do this in your groups. If you have a Facebook group, I'm not telling you not to use Facebook groups for traffic. I just wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket. Or you can do it on your Facebook profile. And so with these events, you have the ability to invite 500 people throughout the day. So it's a nice little tool that Facebook provides to you to help you to promote your content. So that's post number 1, okay? Event post. Next, the second type, and that's like on a Monday. Maybe I'll post that on a Monday. Second type of post, and probably one of the best types of posts for generating engagement on Facebook, are called 2-step posts. So if you're not familiar with the 2-step posts, this is basically where you create a post with like an attractive hook that promotes, let's say, a lead magnet or a training, and prompt people to comment below if they're interested in getting whatever that is. And so here's a couple of examples. You can see that these have gotten a decent amount of comments. And these are all people that are raising their hand, telling me they're interested in the topic, and telling me it's okay to reach out to them. So that's post number 2. And then the final post is a live stream training. So just like you're on right now. So you've been through this promotional process this week, probably. So this is our core piece of content we've been promoting with the two other posts. And the cool thing about these live streams is that you can use something like StreamYard. Obviously, we've had some tech issues today, but usually it works pretty good to broadcast on multiple channels at one time. So you can get more reach, you can get more views. You can broadcast on your Facebook page, profile, groups, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. And if we've done our job right, with our other 2 posts, then we've got a lot of people that are on this post watching live or watching the replay. We're giving a ton of value, which warms up our audience, builds trust, authority, and then inches them closer to wanting to work with us. And then throughout the live stream, we can drop calls to action to join our community and to get access to our transformational masterclass. And so all we're doing is we're creating a ton of comments on all of these posts, these 3 posts. And now afterwards, what we can do is we can reach out to these people in the DMs to give them the replay and then to try to book calls with these people. And by the way, can anyone guess where we put the replay to the live stream? Any guesses? That's right. We put it inside our Skool community. So that's another little lead magnet to get our audience to join our community. So we reach out to them in the DM. We ask them if they need the replay and then send them the link to join the community so that you can access it. And then we'll end up booking a call with a decent percentage of those people, either from the DM conversation or once they come into our community as they go through the onboarding sequence. All right, so that's how we use the 3-post content system. And here's just a few examples. I'll go through these quickly of the type of results that you can get. You can see 683 comments. Half of those are people that we can reach out to, get people the replay, send them into our communities. There's 228. There's 240. There's 103. There's 250. There's 126. There's 70. That was the one I did while I was on a cruise in Greece. And this is not just me. This works for other people. This is Kevin DeBose. If any of you guys know him, I did a live stream training for him and with him where I interviewed him. I was like, dude, you should post this 2-step post on your profile. I promise you'll probably get a ton of comments. 707 comments. I think this is one of the things that kind of catapulted his business, and he started getting a bunch of clients from this thing. Also, another guy does very similar things, told him to do a 2-step post, 119 comments. And this is another lady who took a similar concept, put her own tweak on it. She ended up booking 22 appointments from this one post, and she made a $15,000 sale. So this stuff works not only, and works even if you're not doing the community, but this works not only to get appointments, but now honestly, you can do sales with this too. So do these posts look that difficult to create? No. If you got that system, it's not too hard to do, right? So it's just 3 simple posts. And now once you have your core piece of content, which is your live stream training, then guess what you can do with that piece of content? Well, you can take that core piece of content and you can turn it into a bunch of other pieces of content. And that's how we can make content creation actually easier. I think I'm blocking the view for a couple of these things, but in your live stream trainings, you probably have like 3 to 5 teaching points that you're going to be going over. So you can turn each of those teaching points into a long form video. You can turn them into short form videos. You can get the transcript and edit them for social media posts and emails. But one of my favorite things to do is turn them into YouTube videos. So I have a small channel on YouTube. It's only 3,200 subscribers. We're really focused on that right now. But even before I was even close to where I am now, I had some videos that had gotten some relatively good numbers, in my opinion. They're not great, but they're pretty good. So here's one with 3,000 views. This one actually came from a live stream I repurposed. Here's 10,000 views. This one came from a live stream that I repurposed. Here's another one that's almost 9,000. This one was not from a live stream, but I did keyword research, which we teach people to do in our community. And that's all traffic that I can send to my community, and they enter my funnel, and that's more opportunities to get people to book calls and enroll them as clients. So all I did was take those few points from my live stream, and I create these little short 5 to 10 minute videos. I use the same exact script structure on each one of these videos. And all of these videos are like owning a little piece of real estate out there that's basically an income producing asset. So the more content you create, the more real estate that you have out there that you can make money on. So this is like compounding interest. But what's even cooler is YouTube is evergreen traffic, right? So all my past videos can continue to send me traffic. They can continue to send me, make me money years and years after I published them. So I literally posted 2 videos almost 2 years ago, and neither of them have a ton of views. This one's 3,000. This one's almost 2,000. But to this day, I continue to make sales without any human interaction at all from these 2 videos. And so you can see this is an older view, but this is May 25th. And from these 2 videos alone, I had 41 sales generated at $1,497 a pop. So that's, I think, 67K from 2 videos that I published almost 2 years ago. And these weren't even really that good. I don't even think they're that good of videos. So the more videos that you create, eventually, you know, it's going to suck at first, right? I'll show you some examples here in a second. But if you keep doing this, they're going to suck less and less. And then one day you'll actually be pretty good. And then you'll also have all these income producing assets out there making you money. So I'm actually embarrassed to show you this because my video is pretty awful, but check this out. Like if you're worried about being on camera, just check this out. So here's one of my videos that I created when I had my yoga studio agency. I mean, look how ridiculous this is. I got my bed in the background here. How embarrassing is that, right? Trust me, if I can do this and I don't care how stupid I look, this is terrible, terrible. It makes me cringe. So I have a hard time actually looking at this. So also, I honestly have a hard time talking for a long period of time. This is hard for me. I screw up my lines when I'm making these videos. I screw up so much that I start to get tired and I almost want to quit. But I have faith that if I keep doing the work, the results are going to come, and yours will too. You just got to take action. You really do. I mean, the perfection is killing you. So now that you have a system to follow and I know what content to create to get great results, I've been able over time to start to streamline this process and create automated systems and AI tools that I built for myself and for our clients to help making this creating all this content a lot faster and easier for both Facebook and for YouTube also. And so, all right, so that's traffic. So now we know how to grow your community, which is awesome, but how do we make money now? All right, so if you're selling high ticket offer, you're probably going to need to book sales call, right? Well, this is our calendar, what it looks like in July. For some of y'all, this is not that big of a deal, but it's pretty good for us. It was a record month. We booked 58 calls in July. And as I mentioned earlier, 18 calls so far in actually more than that now in August. And I 100% correlate that to what I'm about to share with you. Okay. So this is one of the most important factors that for the success of this new model is how you onboard new members right when they join. It's literally the key to creating an engaged community. It's the key to building authority and trust. It's the key to getting clients. And there's a lot of moving parts to this, but essentially we took the Facebook group, like I said, the Facebook group funnel, like I said earlier, and we put it on steroids. And just like before, we have our membership questions, right? They're also, once they join, they're going to get an automated DM that's inviting them to book a call. They're also added to an automated email sequence in Go High Level that has 2 goals. Goal one is to drive them back to the community to either the Start Here course, to give them the rules and the rundown of the community, or the transformational masterclass to get them to start to consume that content. And then goal number 2 is to invite them to book a call. So everything is driving to that call. We also have pinned posts that invite people to, or that's the Start Here post. We have pinned posts that invite people to book a call. We also have call to actions on all of our posts inside the community that invites them to book a call. And so this supercharged onboarding system is one of the biggest reasons that we were able to book so many calls in July. But I believe there's one key element that has made this so successful. So let me share with you this weird little hack that I found that booked 58 sales calls in July, and that's almost two times our average month. And I believe it's because the secret ingredient, actually, let me go back here. Let me open this up. I believe it's the positioning of the call that we've done. So remember, our goal with our free community is to help our members launch their community and get their first 100 members. So that's the transformational win that we're trying to help them accomplish. So everything we do inside of our free community is meant to support and accelerate that transformation, including our community launch call. So we position this as not a sales call, which is not, and we clearly explain the value of what will happen on the call. And I think these 3 steps is probably that hack that I'm telling you about. So we give the client, we show them what the benefit of getting on that call is. So basically, we're going to walk them through our community setup checklist, in which we can actually get them that community setup in 10 minutes, literally. We map out their free course, aka that lead magnet we talked about earlier, and then we give them a traffic hack that's going to help them to get their first members. So that sounds like a pretty awesome call that I might want to get on if I'm trying to launch a community, right? So we get them on that call, and if they're a good fit and we believe that we can actually help them, then we'll decide which of our offers is best fit for them. Are they good fit for the high ticket, or are they good fit for the paid membership? And then that's how we start to enroll clients. So if we're driving enough traffic, we're getting enough people into this system, we're booking calls at a very, very high rate. So let me go back here. Let me go face to camera for a second. Now, I know we've gone through a lot over the past half hour, and we're really just scratching the surface. I want to teach you everything I can, but it's not possible in an hour. Obviously, we're even over. But I put something pretty crazy for you guys together for you guys to help you take action on this if you need help and you want to accelerate that. And I'm pretty excited to share this with you because I think you're going to be surprised and very excited about this. So is it cool if I share this with you? It's really pretty sweet. Give me a thumbs up or a yes if you're cool with that. I'm going to take a little drink and I'm going to share with you guys what I got for you. I honestly think you're going to like it a lot. And then we'll also share with you the bonus. We got any ones or yeses? All right, I think we got some yeses. I'm going to share it with you, okay? So introducing the Community Builders Elite. So this is our paid community. So the first thing that you're going to get, that we're going to give you as part of this package that we put together for you, is you're going to get full access to our Community Builders course library. So you're going to get all of our courses, which include our full Community Launch Secrets course. This is the extended version of our Community Launch course. This is going to help you to set up, to optimize, to launch this new group model. This course is going to walk you through how to set up that onboarding and discovery call booking system that I was talking about that's helping us get result in record-breaking months. It's going to totally simplify your marketing and sales. So you're going to love this. And you're finally this is going to give you a reliable system to book calls and enroll clients as new members start to come in and join your community. And it's really an easy setup. You can have this entire system set up in just a couple of hours. So this course is going to walk you through how to do that. It's also going to help you to start to create that transformational masterclass that we talked about earlier. And you'll have that magic ingredient that helps you to drive people in to join your community. And then when you're ready to launch, we actually give you a simple launch plan and some plug and play templates, email templates and social posts, so you can drive a wave of new members into your community, going through this onboarding process, booking calls on your calendar, and enrolling into either your high ticket program, or we can show you how to set up a paid community to start building that monthly recurring revenue. So this course, you're going to get everything to set up and launch a high converting community and do it fast. So the value on that is $997. Guess what? I also want to make it super easy for you on the tech side of things. So I'm going to give you the software that you're going to need to run this model. I'm going to also give you a done for you systems that we've already built. I want to give you the calendar booking system, the email automations that we use for our community system, and the community classroom setup. So I just want to give it all to you so you don't have to set up any of this stuff from scratch. We've built it all for you inside of our Group Fuel CRM, which is our white label of a tool called High Level. And so this is going to save you hours, if not days, maybe even weeks of having to set all this stuff up yourself. And so I'm going to give you a free Group Fuel CRM account. Again, that's High Level. Plus, you're going to get, that's going to come preloaded with our exclusive community snapshot that's designed specifically to run this new model. And so everything that's in it is going to be your automated calendar booking system that's going to send text and email automations to follow up and make sure when you do book these calls, people are showing up for the calls. You're going to get our new community nurture email sequence to help you book those calls and drive members back to the community. This is literally the exact emails that we're using to do this for our own business. So you don't have to, you just tweak the copy a little bit and you'll have a proven email sequence that works. You're also going to get a 54 email long-term nurture sequence that's going to help you to nurture these community members over a 12-week period. So you don't have to write, and I'll show you how you don't have to write any of these emails from scratch at all here in a second. You're going to get our pre-built community classroom infrastructure so that you can easily set up your community classrooms. You'll have the framework to do that. You're going to get our free Facebook live stream workflows. It's going to help you to promote your live streams to your email list. And you're also going to get a pre-made YouTube broadcast workflow that's going to help you to promote your YouTube videos to your list. So that value is going to be $19,000 or $1,997. You're also going to get an AI offer launch workshop. This is a workshop that that's going to help you to create an irresistible offer if you don't already have one. For your high ticket program, you can also create one for your paid memberships. So I'm going to give you all of my frameworks for creating offers, and you're going to learn how to use AI to make this process way, way faster. Not only that, are you going to learn how to create offers? I'm going to show you how to run some simple campaigns to help you launch your offers to your audience. It's a very simple launch plan, and you're going to create all the content using AI. I'll show you that in a second. And every time, literally, I run these campaigns, I generate 10 to 20K every single time. And the best part about that is that you can actually repeat these campaigns every 4 to 6 weeks to bring in a quick influx of cash. So the value on that is $997. Once you've got the community set up, you're ready to book calls and your offer is ready to go and you're ready to convert those calls into clients. Now you're going to need traffic. So you're going to get our traffic training, which includes our Facebook traffic training, our YouTube organic traffic training, and you're going to get everything you need to consistently produce quality content. And believe me, I'm making it as easy as possible on you to do that on the 2 most powerful sites on the planet to grow your community and get clients. So you're going to learn how to choose the right topics. I'm going to show you exactly what content to create. You saw that today. I'm going to show you when to post it, what days. I'm going to take all the guesswork out of it. I'm going to give you the templates, the scripts, the AI prompts to help you create all the content fast and easy. And then I'm going to give you the SOPs, the step-by-step checklist that's going to help you to repurpose and promote that content to generate as many views, engagement, and more importantly, to help you to grow your community. So also on our roadmap, we're going to be working on a short form video course to help you grow your community through short form. And then our Facebook ads ecosystem training that's going to help you to grow your community and get clients for as little as $500 a month. So those trainings are coming. And so the total value on all of that these courses is $1,997. Also, each month, we're going to be running live implementation workshops where I'm going to work side by side with you. And I'm going to share in-depth training. Plus, we're going to be helping you implement these strategies. So not only are we I'm sick of people just learning, and most people don't learn. I want you to come into these workshops and we're going to implement. We're going to hold your feet to the fire. We're going to work together live over Zoom, and I'm going to be there to support you, hold you accountable so you actually get stuff done. And so we typically sell these workshops anywhere from $97 to $197 every time we run them. So as a Community Builders Elite member, you're going to get a VIP ticket to all of the workshops we run. So total value on that is $997. Also, this is going to come with, we're actually got some surprises coming for our coaching calls. But right now we've got 3 coaching calls. We've got a content creation call. We've got a tech call to get support on the software. And we can also help you build things on that call. We've got a conversion call to help you to generate more leads and convert new members into book calls and clients. So total value on that is $29.97. So when you join Community Builders Elite, you're going to get the full Community Builders course library value of $3,991. I think that's actually low, but the free group fuel account, our community snapshot, that's a value of $19.97. You'll get the VIP ticket to all the monthly workshops for $9.97, 3 coaching calls, $29.97. Total value, $9,982. This is the same frameworks that Brittany used to make over $54,000 in revenue and $38,000 cash collected the first month she joined our program. Also, the same systems that Delita used to bring over $24,000 her first 3 weeks in our program using our launch process and our AI tools. So, but if you thought that was all you were going to get, then you're wrong, because guess what? There's more. I wanted to help you create that transformational masterclass. So what if I told you, what if you could tell AI what you're selling, who you help, and what you help them accomplish, and it would actually map all the lessons out for your transformational masterclass, would help you build some of the content, and help you kind of build out the slide deck for that if you wanted to use slide deck. And even better, what if you then could take that outline that was created by AI for you? You could create those 54 emails, nurture sequence that we talked about earlier. We could create course slides, video sales scripts, ad copy and graphics to help you to create more transformational, to help you to promote that transformational masterclass. And you could literally create all of that content in seconds at the push of a button. That sounds pretty awesome, right? So you're going to get, as part of this program, bonus number 1, you're going to get a free GrowthWorks AI account when you join Community Builders Elite. So this tool is going to speed up the process of creating your transformational masterclass and all the content that you're going to use to promote it. And if you went out and you try to buy this product from the person who built it, so I'm able to get this to you guys for whatever I want to, you're going to pay a minimum of $1,497 per year. But if you join Community Builders Elite, I'm going to give it to you for free. So that's pretty amazing bonus. This is going to save you so much time. Trust me. So also, this I know that how time consuming content creation can be. I know these live trainings probably intimidate you a little bit, and writing video scripts, I know that can be difficult and time consuming. So what I wanted to do is make that fast and easy as possible. So if you just go out and you try to use ChatGPT to create this content, you probably know by now that it doesn't work that well. You probably get some crappy output from that. So instead, what I did is I spent weeks of trial and error. I built my own AI tools around the content that I create, so it makes my job easier when I want to create content and all the things that I teach in my course. And I program these tools so that you don't need any prompts to use them. You simply have a back and forth conversation in chat, and then the tool is actually going to create the content exactly how I programmed it to. And there's no more crappy output. I spent hours dialing this stuff in. So that's bonus number 2. When you join Community Builders Elite, you're going to get a free account to our promptless AI tool called Community AI. It includes the tools. Am I sharing my screen?
No, brother.
I have not been sharing my screen. Well, that's great. Hey, I just realized that. So you're going to get Community Builders Elite. You're going to have a free account there. It's Promptless AI, and it includes tools to help you create your irresistible offer, the document to sell it, the content that you're going to use to launch it. It also includes a tool to create the live stream training script that we talked about earlier. Also, it creates the 3 posts that we talked about to use to promote it. There's a tool that also helps you repurpose your live streams and turn them into YouTube videos and short form video scripts. And so with Community AI, I'm going to give you everything you need to consistently create content that's going to help you to grow your community and help you to get clients. And the value on that is $997. So when you join Community Builders Elite, you're going to get the full Community Builders course library, the free Group Fuel account, CRM, and our community snapshot. You get the VIP tickets to the monthly workshops, 3 weekly coaching calls. You get 2 bonuses, the free GrowthWorks account. You get the Community AI account, total value of $12,476. You already know that you're not going to pay $12,476, but if all this membership did was help you build a 6-figure business, it would be well worth that price. So if I cut it in half, it would probably be a steal, but I'm not going to make you pay that either. The price of the program, if you join today, is not $3,000 and it's not $2,000. So today, for the ridiculously low price of $997, you cannot join Community Builders Elite. because if you join today, it's only $77 per month. And we've only got 18 spots left at this price. Jeff, can you drop the link into the Facebook group and the YouTube?
Yep.
Also? So we've only got 18 spots left at this price. And I imagine they'll probably go pretty fast. This is the first time we're announcing it. And we were going to do it at 67 and we had like 15 spots left, but we sold out of those in like 5 days. So we've only got 18 spots left at this price, and then it's going to go up to $97. So if you're interested, now is the time to join. You're going to save money on software. It's just a ridiculous amount of value. So we're going to drop the link in the descriptions, but I'm actually not done yet. I've got one more special bonus for you guys, and this is a pet project of mine that we're launching. And it's going to be sick, and we're probably going to be charging $27 a month for this product alone. But as a Community Builders Elite member, you're going to get this for free as part of your membership. And I'm pretty excited about this one, actually. So I'm calling this the Skool Games Codex. And if you guys need that link, I can go back to it here in a second. But this is going to be the ultimate cheat code for community growth, monetization, and retention. So each month, my team is going out there, going to be taking the top strategies from the Skool experts inside of the Skool games. And then we're going to be turning those into step-by-step checklists. And this is going to be like the ultimate SOP library for community owners. It's going to be all the best strategies that people are using to grow their community, to keep clients, to convert them, to eliminate churn. And you're going to get that for free each month as part of the Community Builders Elite membership. I'm very excited about this, if you can't tell. And as a bonus today for sticking around with me till the end, I'm actually going to give you all of the July edition. I'm going to give you all that stuck around here. We need to get a list, maybe all the people. If you joined us live, just drop comment, and I'm going to make sure that you get this and say thank you for sticking around to the end. So if you want the July edition of the Skool Games Codex, then drop a comment so we know that you joined us live, and I'll make sure you get this. And if basically that is what I got for you guys today, I'm going to leave this link up here for a second. You guys have any questions for me? Jeff, we got any questions?
I'm not seeing any questions yet. Okay. Having a lot of positive, great feedback. People excited about it and they love it. There are links in both YouTube and Facebook.
Cool. Awesome.
Got amazing deal. Got a yes.
High level versus Skool. So right now, as of August 8th, 2024, right now, the better platform is Skool. Now, one of the biggest reasons that there's a video on my YouTube channel where you can see this, or you can watch a video where I talk about this, but there is a missing feature that's pretty important. Obviously, we talked about the DM outreach stuff. So Facebook does not, or not Facebook, but High Level does not, as of now, have the ability to DM your members. Now, it is on the roadmap. It's in progress. We just saw that yesterday or a couple of days ago. So it's coming out. Once that feature is there, I think it's still behind Skool as far as features are concerned. But with High Level, they're so fast that their features will overtake Skool at some time. Now, the difference is I don't think that anybody will ever be able to compete with Skool on their community culture. They just got something unique over there with Sam Evans and Alex Hermosi and just some of the people that are on the actual platform itself. As a person that owns a community there, you start to feel part of this, bigger thing. They've got the Skool games, which is pretty cool. So I just don't think that High Level is ever going to put that much effort into that, as far as like growing it like that. And so those are the two big differentiators for me. Is you've got the DM outreach thing that's not on Skool. The thing that I do like about High Level though is, if you run your business on High Level, everything is in one place and you don't have to log into a bunch of different platforms. So that's a very nice thing too. Also, you save money. So we teach the two group strategy. So on Skool, if you're doing that, that's going to cost you almost $200 a month. Whereas if you do it on high level, it's basically no extra charge. So that's my kind of take on. I don't think either one of them matter necessarily to help you build a business outside of the DM outreach thing. Any other questions? Any questions on Facebook or anything else, Jeff?
I'm not seeing any other questions at this point.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys, we will see you in the paid community if you don't have any other questions. Also, if you haven't joined our free community, then hit us up. Let us know. We've got a free course in there that you've already seen that helps you to set up your own community and launch it. So love to see you guys in there. Love to see you in the paid community. It's going to be awesome. And hopefully you can get in before these spots are filled. But if there's no other questions, then we will end it for today. And thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.